Ghana's fastinsurance.com or download the MTN Device Insurance app on Google Play or App Store and get your phone insured today with Device Insurance powered by MTN. We day for you everywhere you go.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. We're live on Joy 99.7 FM here in Accra. In Kumasi, it's live on Love 99.5 FM and affiliates across Ghana, including Amenuveve FM in Aplao, Radio Wa in Wa, and ATL FM in Cape Coast. You can also download the My Joy Online app from Play Store and App Store to listen live on the internet. In this edition, as new taxes come into effect officially from today, some Ghanaians have expressed frustration what they describe as high cost of living as they demand the Akufo-Addo administration fixes the country.
It's very difficult. We thought we elect leaders to better our life, but our life is always, every day going down.
And the way he is performing, it is nothing to write home about. He should really fix the country.
We have more as they notify the police of a planned demonstration. We have details. Meanwhile, consumers bemoan fuel price hikes.
Fuel high to the extent that
fuel prices are very high. We won't be able to make any profit. We are living off the little we make.
They say end of the day, nothing.
Also in this package, rising tension in Tamale following sale of the Tamale timber market to a private developer. We'll hear from wood traders who are refusing to vacate the premises.
We don't have any place to go. We don't want to be doing some criminal things. We are not going anywhere. We are not even going anywhere. What will happen will happen.
Meanwhile, MP for the area, Harun Idrisu, is demanding government reverses the sale of the market. He claims it's the property of the Forestry Commission. Family of investigator Ahmed Swale unhappy about slow pace of police investigations 2 years after he was killed by gunmen.
I assure you, this dossier will not be closed until they're brought to justice.
We are not going to be happy with whatever they tell us until they tell us that the people who committed this crime have been found.
We put the spotlight on this unresolved murder in our total recall this week in sports.
The Ghana Football Association expresses optimism as the FA Cup makes a return after nearly 4 years.
And later in the bulletin, as we continue with day 2 of the regional qualifiers for the 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz Championship, we'll tell you about how some of the contestants have been expressing the pain that comes with their defeat.
There's a lot of preparation into this. That's why it's paining.
I was watching drill and I even joined the Maths Quiz.
Avmo has St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Mary's SHS and Chemu SHS all battle for a place at the national competition later today. You want to stay for that and more here on the Midday News with me, Emefa Apau. And this is your home of bold and fearless journalism. Thanks for your company. Fix the country. That's the clarion call by some Ghanaians who have since yesterday been expressing their frustration with what they describe as the high cost of living. Their complaints come as new taxes come into effect officially from today. Many say the cost of water, electricity, among others, is burdening them. Listen to some callers into the Super Morning Show today.
Share your thoughts with us.
It's very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. Over here, if you move from Sege to Adan Junction to go and buy food items, the car alone is taking you 60. You go in and out, 12 cedis. Our salary is 1,000 a teacher. Listen, it's very difficult. We thought we elect leaders to better our life, but our life is always, every day going down. In fact, it's difficult. They should do something about it too.
If some things are the basic thing like electricity, water bill. Can you imagine I pay water bill over 100 cedis per month? How much and electricity the same thing? So that's the point.
Thank you very much, Bright, for joining us. Hey, 500, sometimes 600.
You heard there some callers into the Super Morning Show early today. Well, I take you to Kumasi where some residents have been expressing similar sentiments.
electricity, doom so here and there. Price of goods and services. Today, when you ask for a price today and you don't buy it, tomorrow when you go, the price will go up. And it's very bad as compared to the French countries, The president is not doing well at all. The way we believed in him, and the way he is performing, it is nothing to write home about. He should really fix the country.
I went to Senate office to get a card. I didn't lose my card. They said they stopped producing the card because of. And then later, about 2 months now, I haven't got a card. And they even promised me 1 month to get a card. Till now, I don't have the card. So you see a country we are living in.
Some residents of Kumasi, well, social media has in the last few days been awash with various trends, either defending government's handling of the living conditions or calling for action. The hashtags Fix the Country Now, Fix Yourself, Ghana is being fixed, and Let's Fix Ghana Together have all been trending. My colleague Winston Amwa, and host of the Super Morning Show, joins me in the studio. So Winston, how did this all start and what exactly have people been saying?
Well, it started over the weekend when, some users of social media started talking about what they believe was wrong with the country and the need to fix all these challenges in the country. And once it started, the government communicators, or let me say, another, hashtag started developing, and that was, fix yourself, fix your attitude.
Okay.
And then just last night we saw Nana is fixing it, and Ghana is being fixed, also emerging. And so the fix yourself and fix your attitude stopped trending, and those were replaced by Nana is fixing it, Ghana is being fixed.
Okay. And what exactly have people been saying under these hashtags from what you've been reading so far?
They're talking about the economy, they're talking about the social sectors of the economy, the economic sectors of the economy. So they're just talking about the challenges that they find themselves in. Some are talking about fuel prices, some are talking about challenges they have with some amenities. So lots of things going on in the country are the things these people are talking about, MFR.
Okay, thank you very much, Winston Amwa. And interesting, Let's Fix Ghana Together is one of the hashtags. But businesses will from today be required to start charging the new taxes and levies announced in the 2021 budget. George Riafe of Joy Business in the following report explains what government hopes to gain from these taxes.
The decision to delay the enforcement was due to the fact that some businesses were pleading for more time to adjust their systems, as well as others who wanted more education for their officers that will be implementing these taxes. There are some who are raising concerns about whether the Ghana Revenue Authority has a legal mandate to vary the implementation and the enforcement date for these levies once Parliament passes the necessary taxes. So based on these reviews, prices of some goods and services are set to go up in the coming days. This is expected to impact negatively on the cost of living as well as protection for businesses. Government is hoping to raise some 5 billion Ghana cedis from these tax measures announced in the 2021 budget to finance some infrastructure projects and control the deficit.
Joy Business editor George Riafe joins me in studio. So, George, how directly will consumers be affected by these adjustments?
So, there have been a lot of taxes, or there have been some taxes, let me say, and levies that have been introduced in the budget, as you said. One of them will be the 1% health recovery levy that has been placed more for like consumption and all those things, and VAT computation. So, if this is going to be more of a tax on consumption, as in it wrap up together being the VAT computation, it means that if you go out there to consume, anything that you consume that attracts the value at the tax is going to increase the cost of that good or services. So if you go through what the Ghana Revenue Authority is trying to explain to us, that if that good or that service that is being rendered is supposed to attract VAT, what is going to happen is that you charge the 2.5 National Health Insurance levy on it. You charge the covered health recovery levy on it. You charge the Get Fund levy on it. Whatever that you arrive at, the total, then you work out the 12.5% on that one. So obviously, if you're buying something for maybe 10 Ghana cedis, that price is going to go up. And that price is borne by... It could be the percentage worked out, maybe about 2% or about maybe 4% or 5% and all those things. And since that is a consumption tax, as soon as you consume that good, you are going to pay that price on it. And already you've seen some persons or businesses review their prices. So just moving away from the numbers and just explaining that it means that with the application of these levies and taxes, you are definitely going to pay more for that favorite food of yours, that toffee, that ice cream, if it attracts VAT, and even that service that is being rendered to you. Already, MTN has said that almost all their services that they provide to their subscribers, that they are going to work out that 1% health recovery levy on, it is going to go up.
Okay.
And it's 1% of the value of that good.
Well, fuel prices is a top on the agenda for many. People are talking about it. What exactly have the oil marketing companies been saying about these adjustments?
And before I get to what they have been saying, so what is happening is that the budget itself worked out about a 30 pesos review on the price.
Okay.
So that should have applied there. And then also, when we saw the letter that the MP actually wrote to the oil marketing companies, they actually introduced some margins on these prices. So that will be, in addition, bringing about an extra 17 pesos on your fuel that you consume. Now, don't forget that for every 2 weeks, depending on the price dynamics on the international market, prices are reviewed.
Okay.
So some of these OMC, depending on how much they bought that parcel of finished product that came in, might apply additional charge to that one.
Okay.
And that is why you're seeing that Shell and Total, for instance, are selling a liter of diesel and petrol at 6 Ghana cedis, 13 pesos, presenting over 12% jump in the price that you previously compared to what you were buying. Now let's speak to, we earlier spoke to the chief executive of the Association of Oil Marketing Companies. He was saying that, listen, they have no choice, they've been directed, and they are applying the taxes.
These are the new tax and levies measures that are announced by government. They come to full force. So, for us as collectors, we need to make sure that we collect fully for the states. And so price accordingly. So that's what we do. Because if we don't do it, the states deduction we have to pay for. And our margin is very small. So we want to make sure that and we comply forthwith. So we are keeping all our people in line to make sure that we start shaping up our price bill and be able to contain that.
That's the chief executive of the Association of Oil Marketing Companies, Kweku Ajimane, speaking earlier to Joy Business. But some commercial drivers who have been interacting with Joy News want government to suspend the implementation of the new taxes as the adjustments will make life unbearable.
Things are not going well. The fuel price is up, yet we are not getting a lot of passengers. We have to wait for hours before we find 1 or 2 people. Government should intervene. It's not easy.
Fuel prices are very high. We won't be able to make any profit. We are living off the little we make. Government should intervene to either reduce it or find a way to help us. We are also Ghanaians. This was not the message of government prior to the election. Fuel prices just keep going up. If we were told, we would not have voted for this government. Government needs to intervene.
Well, some commercial drivers in the Ashanti region have also expressed their displeasure over hikes in the price of fuel. Prince Appiah has been interacting with some of them. He joins us on the line. So, Prince, what exactly are the sentiments of those drivers you interacted with? Hello, Prince Appiah. Okay, it appears we can hear from Prince Appiah, but we can listen to his interaction with these drivers.
I want to even park my car because passengers still pay the same amount. At the end of the day, I get nothing. Fuel prices affect everything. With such increments, we can only add a little, but those who sell items increase prices significantly.
Well, some drivers there interacting with my colleague Prince Appiah in the Ashanti region. We've been talking about Fix Ghana now, the hashtags that have come up, let's fix Ghana together. Well, those behind this, especially the Fix Ghana economy now, have taken it a notch higher. This time they are hinting of a demonstration. Join News editor Araba Kumsin joins me in studio. We have a copy of that letter.
We do, MFA, and it's titled Fix the Country Protest March. Hashtag Fix the Country #Black Sunday, #Kumipreko, and its attention to the Ghana Police Service. It says, notice of intention to exercise constitutional rights under Article 21(1)(d) and F of the 1992 Constitution. And they say, we write with reference to Section 1 of the Public Order Act, which provides that any person who desires to hold any special event within the meaning of that act in any public place shall notify the police of his intention not less than 5 days before the date of the special event. In this connection, kindly note that the special event will be held on May 9th, 2021. Significance of the date. The date May 9th has been spontaneously and specifically chosen for two reasons. First, it captures the restless spirit of over 126 Ghanaians who lost their lives in the May 9th Accra Sports Stadium disaster. Thus, the event draws inspiration from the undying culture of protest and dissent that has forged our democracy, and which Kumipreko has become a synonym for in our collective memory. And they also talk about the purpose for this event, and it says that it's been organized on the back of a string of consistent broken promises by successive governments and in exercise of their democratic rights. MFR.
Okay, thank you very much, Araba Kumsin, the editor, bringing us details of that intended demonstration to be organized by the Fix Ghana Now group on social media. Well, Education Minister Dr. Yao Osei-Aduchum expects academic work to go on smoothly as third-year senior high school students across the country return to school starting this week. According to him, government has released the required budgetary support to headmasters and the buffer stock company to cater for feeding and other essentials. We'll hear from him shortly, but a statement by the Ghana Education Service also indicates that second-year Gold Track students must vacate today. So what else should we know? My colleague Elton Brobe joins me in studio with details of the reopening and closure dates. So Elton, let's start with the students in double track schools. What are the reopening and vacation dates?
So if a reopening is on the 5th of May 2021, that's tomorrow for SHS3 students. Green students reopening is on the 1st of June 2021. Gold student vacation is on the 29th of May 2021. Green students vacation is on the 15th of June 2021. SHS1 Gold students will vacate on the 4th of May 2021. That's today. And then SHS1 single track students will vacate on the 15th of June 2021.
So how about the single track schools now? Apart from SHS3 students reopening tomorrow, what else is happening?
So for the SHS3 students, reopening is on the 5th of May, that's tomorrow. For SHS2 students, reopening is on the 1st of June 2021. And SHS1 students, they will vacate on the 16th of June 2021. This is coming from the Education Ministry, and quite clearly, if you are in any of the categories, you need to really have a good look at the reopening and when you go on vacation to ensure that you stay ahead of time, because there appears to be a lot of days, green, gold, etc.
Okay, thank you very much, Elton. We'll get some more answers from the Ghana Education Service, but updating President Akufo-Addo on steps taken so far to ensure uninterrupted academic calendar. Education Minister Dr. Yao Osei-Aduchum says monies have been released to schools across the country.
We have also provided all the resources for us at the Ministry of Education and Ghana Education Service to do our work between January 7th and April 11th, Mr. President, 19 million cedis was released to buffer stock so that they could pay people who have supplied food to the schools. 86 million cedis was also released to headmasters to buy perishable eggs and all the other things that they need in order for them to feed your students. You've provided everything that we need at the Ministry of Education.
So that's Dr. Yao Osei-Aduchum, Education Minister, briefing the President. But Elton, there are concerns also about textbooks. Of course, we've heard him talk about feeding, but textbooks, another smooth running of the academic calendar. What did he say?
My information that is currently they are in a meeting to discuss some of these issues. But what I've been told is that they have everything ready to be taken to the schools for smooth academic exercise. And when they are done with the meeting, they'll issue a formal president, because we've heard NAGRAT complain about some of these concerns and they want government to fix it ahead of the reopening. My information at the meeting which also include representatives from NAGRAT, is looking at all this and how best they can deal with them.
Thank you very much, Elton. I'll take you to the northern regional capital, Tamale, now, because there's tension rising following the sale of the Tamale timber market to a private developer. Wood traders at the timber market have been given 2 weeks to vacate the place. Many of them have refused to leave, saying the sale will affect their livelihoods. Ashmin Mohammed has the rest of the story.
Sounds of angry timber widows at the Tamale timber market. They are unhappy over the Lands Commission decision to allocate a vast portion of the land. Ibo Yahya is the secretary of the timber traders.
Yes. We suffered a lot, and now timber market is growing. People are decided to say they are coming to buy. If that person had money, he should also go and buy another place and develop. That's how Tamale develop. He shouldn't come and sack us and go there. These forests, we start with them. We are paying forest dues.
Some of the traders vow to protect their livelihood.
We don't have any place to go, and we are here making our daily bread. We don't want to go to any place and be sitting down and be doing some criminal things. We don't have anything doing. We have our business here.
They also say they are in a financial position to acquire the land if offered to them by the Lands Commission. Here is Yusuf Al-Hassan.
Even our grandfathers, they were here. So if you are sacking it, where do you want us to go? We are not going anywhere. We are not even going anywhere. What will happen. We can also buy the place. We will contribute.
In the year 2015, a 5-member fact-finding committee set up by the Northern Regional Security Council, RECSEC, to investigate alleged illegal sales of government lands concluded in its report that sales of land were done with impunity to an extent that even open spaces left around official bungalows of some heads of institutions were all sold to private developers. They recommended to RECSEC to act to reverse the lawlessness. Reporting for Joy News from Tamale, Hashmin Mohammed.
Meanwhile, MP for the area and minority leader Haruna Idrisu is demanding government reverse the sale of that market. Mr. Idrisu claims the land, a property of the Forestry Commission, has been sold to a private developer. He's demanding the Lands and Natural Resources Minister probes the sale and other indiscriminate sale of government lands in the metropolis.
I'm speaking in a representative capacity as Member of Parliament for the people of Tamale and urging and requesting the Minister for Lands, the Lands Commission and the Regional Lands Commission to reverse the sale of the Tamale timber market lands. And further, I will make formal representations to the Minister for Lands to investigate the indiscriminate sale of public lands in the Tamale municipality and whether the rights of current occupants and original occupants are being respected by the expectations of the provisions of our land law.
That's our Tamale South MP Haruna Idrisu. This is the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. Stories making the headlines as new taxes come into effect officially from today. Some Ghanaians have expressed frustration with what they describe as high cost of living as they demand the Akufo-Addo administration fixes the country. They've also been hinting of a planned demonstration. When I return, we have sports and also family of investigator Ahmed Swale unhappy about slow pace of police investigations 2 years after he was killed by gunmen.
I assure you, this dossier will not be closed until they're brought to justice.
We are not going to be happy with whatever they tell us until they tell us that the people who committed this crime have been found.
This bulletin is live in the Volta region on Jubilee Radio Keta, Volta Premier and Kekali Radio in Ho, Lolonyo FM in Hohoi, Pando FM in Pando, Fafa Radio in Joje, Radio Hogba in Angloga, Klenam Radio Bato, Victory FM Aplao. In the Eastern region, we're on K Poly Radio in Kofrodia. In the Northern region, we're on Bishara Radio, Radio 123 and Radio Justice in Tamale. And in Savannah region, we're on Inkelege FM in Bole. In the Upper East region, we're live on A1 Radio and Dreams FM in Bogatanga and Radio Fumbese in Fumbese. In Upper West, we're live on Radio Sonmale in Wa, Radio Freed in Nandom, Radio Wa in Wa, and Bolu FM in Bolu. In the Bono East region, we're on Gaskia FM in Techiman. In Bono region, we're on Sky FM and Parrot FM in Sunyai. Central region, we're live on ATL FM in Cape Coast. And in the Western region, we're on Radio Max in Takrady.
Thanks for your company here on the Midday News on Joy 99.7 FM. We have sports with Hans Mensando. Hello,
And we
Hans.
have a long weekend.
Yes.
You enjoyed it?
Yes, I did.
I would ask you which of the London clubs you support, but I know you support Manchester United. So let's move on. And the FA Cup, the MTN FA Cup makes a return after nearly 4 years. You know, it was truncated because of the Anas documentary. That was in 2018. And it makes a return. The Ghana Football Association have expressed optimism about having a very competitive competition as the MTN FA Cup makes that return. Henry Asantichum is the spokesperson of the FA.
It is the largest competition in terms of pool and number. So the Division 2 clubs will take off at the preliminary round, and then the round of 64, the Division 1 clubs will join, and then the round of 32, the Premier League clubs will join, and then we go on and on and on and on. The preparation is that, yes, now the FA Cup will compete with the other competitions because the Premier League is doing well. The Women's League, I have watched about 10 games so far, and patronage and performance of the teams look very good, very impressive. Division 1, I've watched about 15 games, and also the performance is top-notch.
Henry Asantichum is a spokesperson of the Ghana Football Association.
Thank you very much, Hans. Now, family of investigator Ahmed Swale say they will only put his death behind them if the state prosecutes persons responsible for his death. Mr. Swale, an ally of investigative journalist Anas Aremiao Anas, was killed 2 years ago by gunmen. It remains an unresolved murder as no one has been convicted for the offense. On Total Recall today, we put the spotlight on this matter.
Public on Tuesday viewed the much-anticipated number 12, Anas Aremiao Anas's latest investigation.
In June 2018, investigative journalist Anas Aremiao Anas released his number 12 documentary. He filmed then GFA President Kwesi Nyantakyi engaged in influence peddling.
We took over the whole country.
Ahmed Hussein Swale, described as a colleague of Anas, is said to have been instrumental in this project. On the evening of January 16, 2019, Ahmed Swale was shot dead by unidentified gunmen riding motorbikes.
The man went there again and gave him the last shot, so make it three gunshots. He followed him into the shot and gave him 3 gunshots.
There were loud calls for the perpetrators to be brought to book.
I assure you, this dossier will not be closed until they are brought to justice.
Then Director General of Police Public Affairs, ACP David Eklu, gave this update.
6 suspects have been arrested, questioned, and are currently on bail. In addition to that, 3 other persons that we believe may have information relating to that matter have been questioned and have been given statement forms to give that statement to the police. They include the MP for Asin Central, Honorable Kennedy Ajapon, Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi, and Anas Aremiao Anas.
Fast forward to May 2021, no one has been charged for the murder. Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Dame demanded answers from the Ghana Police Service.
The long-outstanding Ahmed Swale matter.
In the very latest updates by the police, investigations are still ongoing, the details of which cannot be disclosed. James Opon-Bueno is IGP.
Some progress has been made in terms of actions on the part of police. It may not be prudent to put that out in the public domain.
Only justice will help heal the family of Swale of the pain that his death has brought them.
Well, my colleague Joseph Akable joins us in studio with more. Joseph, we understand the AG's office has been working with the police. What more do we know?
In fact, we are told that the police is working towards closing this particular case. Okay. The investigation is at a level that if the details are provided, it could compromise the investigation. But family of Mr. Swale, a family spokesperson, Mustafa Idris, says they are not satisfied. They still want answers.
Until the investigators come out to tell us exactly what is happening, the family is not going to relent on our efforts, and we are not going to be happy with whatever they tell us until they tell us that the people who committed this crime have been found. Any updates, the police are not giving us any updates. Sometimes we have to chase them for information, and when you go there, the information they gave to you about a year ago is the same information they are giving back to you.
That's Mustafa Idris, spokesperson of Ahmed Hussein Swale's family. And national science and maths quiz contestants have different ways of expressing their disappointments and dealing with devastating losses at the prestigious competition. For final year, Tema Senior High School, Aliyu Hajaratu Yahya, she could not hold back her tears after her school missed out on the opportunity of being at the 2021 NSMQ. West Africa Senior High School beats them at the regional qualifiers with just a point. Maxwell Agbagba has more.
The finals of the 2018 contest at the National Theatre had many neutral supporters throwing their weight behind West Africa SHS to win the trophy for the first time. That did not happen as St. Peter's won with just 1 point. Contestants of WAS say they are optimistic of doing what their seniors couldn't do.
Nothing but the best. We did some in 2018 and sure we are true to and we are capable to do what we did in the previous years. That's in 2018.
Tema SHS contestant Aliyu Hajaratu Yahya could not hold back her tears.
We placed a lot of preparation into this. That's why it's paining. All is well. It's because that's what God has planned for us. That's why it has happened.
But what does the National Science and Maths Quiz mean to you, students?
It means a lot to us.
Well, St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Mary's SHS and Chimu SHS will battle it out later for the national slot later today. And in the Upper West region, there are 5 sports up for grabs today after 4 schools: St. Francis Xavier Junior Seminary, Jirapa SHS, Laura SHS and St. Francis Girls SHS surmounted their first hurdle in the double contest qualifier. My colleague Manuel Kranting is in the Upper West region. He joins us on the line briefly. So Manuel, which schools featured in the first contest and what's the second day looking like?
Well, so the second day is looking quite smooth. The second contest has just ended. The second contest for the second day, TI Amas got 12 points at the end of the entire contest. Tina got 9 points, and the Fiamma SHS got 5 points earlier. WA SHS, which is also the alma mater of the Speaker of Parliament, Aban Bagden, and secured a spot in the final qualifier later in the day.
Okay, that's my colleague Manuel Kranting. Catch all the action on my joyonline.com. Other stories that you've been reading. Domelevo wasn't forced out of office, Akufo-Addo says, and then Anot Dompre apologizes for #FixYourself comment. National security bus fake currency gang involved in over 5 million scheme at the airport. Also, we are determined to come to grips with Galamsey. That's according to President Akufo-Addo. Of course, Bill and Melinda Gates announced divorce after 27 years are some of the stories that's making the headlines on my joyonline.com. Thanks so much for your company. Living Word with Pastor Mensel Tabil is up next. Change What You Are Wearing, Episode 3.